Hey guys, Leanne here on Grady's Mom, starting a new week of what I cooked and ate for dinner. Tonight I am making some chicken soup, and I'm just cutting up my celery, my carrots, my onion, and obviously my chicken to start the soup. So I'll show you a little bit of this process. If you are new here to my channel, I do have an entire playlist of what's for dinner videos from over the years. There are several in there. I also have cooking video playlists as well as lunch, food, and meal prep, etc. I've been doing YouTube for a long time, and I usually put out about 3 to 4 videos every single week. So let's go ahead now and take a look at all the things I made for dinner this week, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so I've got my chicken prepped. This is about a pound, maybe a little bit more than a pound of mostly white meat chicken. There's a little bit of dark meat mixed in there from some of the thigh. I have my big pot with my celery, my carrot, my onion. I'm going to go and get this on the burner and get some olive oil to saute this up. I'm going to add some minced garlic, some spices, and we're going to bring it all together. This is a really easy way to make chicken soup. Alright, so I've got some EVOO, some salt and pepper, some garlic powder, and then I also like to throw in a couple bay leaves when I am making soup. So I like to either throw in 2 larger ones or like 3 smaller ones, and then obviously you take them out. And then I'm also going to add now some minced garlic, and I think I might add a little bit of thyme. Alright guys, so once your onions get a little translucent, I have this on high heat. You're going to go ahead and add your chicken broth. This is the one I have been using and loving. It is the Imagine brand free range chicken broth, and it's absolutely delicious. So you're going to add that right in. This is a 32-ounce container, guys. So I'm just going to add the whole thing in. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken that I cut up. So I added in my chicken. By the way, this pot is insanely huge. I think it's like a 6 or an 8 quart pot. It's huge. So this might not look like a lot of soup, but it's a good amount. So anyways, I added my chicken in. I'm just going to stir it up. I'm going to bring this to a boil. Once it hits a boil, I'm going to turn it down to low and let it simmer for about an hour. Alright guys, I brought it to a boil and it's simmering away, so I put the top on, turned it down to the lowest setting. I'm going to let this go for an hour. I'll probably stir it a couple times in that hour and just kind of let it really cook nice and low and slow. It's going to be absolutely delicious, especially tonight. We're getting a big snowstorm, so of course I'll show you what it looks like when we're ready to dig in. Alright guys, here is how the soup came out. I did add some bow tie pasta. I added about a half a cup, which really goes a long way in a big pot of soup. So it did soak up some of the broth, which is fine. I have some leftover peasant bread. Mine just came out of the toaster. So I toasted up some peasant bread, and I'm just going to put a little bit of butter, and this is what we're having for dinner tonight. It came out really delicious, and this is the broth I use, and it's definitely the best store-bought broth I've ever tried. So if you can find this brand, I highly recommend it. I found it at BJ's in a 6-pack. But yeah, this is dinner tonight, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. So tonight for dinner, I had some leftover chicken from the chicken that I roasted for the chicken soup. So I just tossed in a bunch of veggies. I had a random turnip, some Brussels sprouts, some carrots. I added the chicken, and then I added some Trader Joe's jasmine rice that I cooked just in the microwave with a little bit of butter. And then to give it a lot more defined flavor, I added some curry powder, and it kind of became like a chicken curry rice bowl. I honestly think putting raisins in would have been awesome, but I didn't have any, but it came out super delicious, and I would definitely make this again. Hey guys, so for dinner this night, I was at my parents' house with my husband, and we were all there. My sister, my brother was not, but we all went and we had some stuffed peppers. My mom made beef stuffed peppers, a huge tossed salad, some fresh Italian bread, and then some oven fries. It was all really delicious, and I always love eating dinner with my family. And then the next night we had back at home some breakfast for dinner. I did some hole-in-the-breads with the yolk in the middle, some baked hash browns, and some sausage. It was a really good breakfast for dinner. Hey guys, for dinner tonight I did some creamy chicken stew. It's like a creamy ranch chicken dish in the crock pot. It's really, really good. I actually have an entire cooking video on this that I'll link down below in the description box if you want to check it out. So we're having that, and then I also whipped up these Taylor Farms, like they have little salad kits, and this is the Asian one. So I just made 2 little side salads. Again, the Asian salad kit for Matt and I, it's like different kinds of cabbage and carrot, and it has the crunchy wonton noodles and almonds, and then like an Asian sesame dressing. It's really good. So we're gonna dig into our plates, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, so on this night I'm trying a new recipe that I sort of thought of inspired by the Taco Bell Mexican sort of taco pizza. I don't know why, but I was randomly thinking about it a few weeks ago, so I decided to give it a go and try and make my own version. So I just laid down some flour tortillas and I put some refried beans. I kind of buttered the tortilla with the refried beans. My husband is not a big refried bean fan. He doesn't hate them, but he doesn't love them. So you'll see here on the one I'm doing on top, it has less beans. I did go ahead after and put some cheese on top of these. I kind of was just sort of trying to do my own version of what I thought would hold up the best, and I thought I wanted to do it layered with 2 different tortillas. So I'm putting the second layer on, and I'm actually using some medium taco sauce as sort of like the pizza sauce, if you will. But I didn't want it too wet or moist because I wanted to see if these would hold up and you could pick them up and eat them like a slice of pizza. And actually I was able to with the double ones. You'll see in a minute here I made a single layer one, and even though it was still good, it wasn't really able to be picked up like a piece of pizza because it was so flimsy. But anyways, this recipe did come out really good. I'll probably do a whole video on these down the road once I perfect them, because this was my first time making it. Put some taco meat, some cheese, some jalapeno, and here's the one I did is a single layer, and then these are the doubles. So I definitely would do it a double layer again, but again, just kind of experimenting, and they did come out really, really good. Alright guys, here is how dinner came out. First time at making this. Like I mentioned, it's like a kind of a trial and error, I guess, but I'm going to see how they came out, and they look really good. I did do a few potato wedges on the side. Matt has a little bit more than me because I think this is going to be pretty filling. And then I also have some like individual serve sour creams that I'll give Matt in case he wants to put it on his Mexican pizza. I have that little third one that's just 1 layer in the oven. We're probably going to have to save that for leftovers because I can't see us eating more than this, and I don't even know if I'll be able to finish the whole plate or not. So anyways, this is for dinner. This is what is for dinner tonight, and I'll let you guys know if I like it, and obviously if I do, you'll probably see me make it again, but we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, so I'm starting dinner tonight. Cauliflower is hands down one of my favorite vegetables to roast. I absolutely love it. I'm not a huge fan of it when it's like boiled, but I really love roasting it. So I thought I would just share quickly a really easy way to roast it. I just take a big sheet pan, I line it with aluminum foil, I spray it with a little cooking spray because you don't want everything to stick. And then I just cut up an entire head of cauliflower. I cut up the whole head. These are just some random like leftover little pieces. And then I kind of spread them out on the sheet. I drizzle them with some olive oil, some pink salt, some black pepper. I did put a little oregano and then some garlic powder. And then you definitely want to kind of toss them around with like a spatula or a wooden spoon. Just really lightly and easily, because then everything will get coated with the oil, but you still want things to be kind of spread out so it cooks really evenly. And I like it when it gets a little bit brown on the edges. I just think the flavor of cauliflower is absolutely delicious when it's roasted. And this might look like a lot, but it will shrink down a bit with the heat. So I'm going to throw this in at 400 degrees. It takes about 30 minutes, and I do turn it halfway. And I'm going to be cooking along with it some sweet Italian pork sausages. These are from the Fresh Market. I get them when they go on sale. I usually buy them in like 3s. So I have 9 sausages, and they come in like a pack of 3. These are large. There'll definitely be leftovers, and I always use the leftover sausage. If not for leftovers, I cut it up and make like quiche or a breakfast scramble, or egg muffins or something like that. So I always use up the leftover sausage. Of course, I just put some cooking spray, and then I drizzled a tiny bit of EVOO. You can barely see it. And I think I'm gonna do this Near East rice pilaf. This is the garlic and herb one. I really like this brand of rice. Usually I just get the regular pilaf, but this one is garlic and herb. So yeah, again, a whole head of cauliflower. You could do broccoli as well, the same way. I like to use these Trader Joe's or whatever paper bags. I have a ton of paper bags. I like to use them for different kitchen things. Like this one I used as a cutting board. Paper bags are great for baking if you're baking like muffins or cookies. They're great to put on as like a cooling area because the paper bag will absorb all the grease. But yeah, I like to use them as cutting boards. I like to like throw flatbread or pizza on here and cut it all up on here. Just a little tip I thought I'd share with you. So yeah, I'm gonna get this into the oven. I'm gonna get my sausage into the oven with the cauliflower. I'm gonna get this going on the stove, and we're gonna throw an easy dinner together. All right guys, here is how dinner came out. Matt's having a whole sausage. These are really large, so I just gave myself a half. And then if I want more, I can have more. And then we have some of the garlic rice pilaf. And then Matt has less cauliflower than me because he's having more sausage, and I love cauliflower. I could eat a whole plate of it. And I really like how it gets a little brown and crispy on the top. It's just so flavorful and delicious. So yeah, this is our dinner tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's meals. Once again, an entire playlist of these videos is linked down below in the description box, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.